Welcome everybody, my name's Richard and this is Everything Electric South. It used to be called the Fully Charged Show, do you remember that? Well now it's called Everything Electric. It's the 11th of October 2024 and we're in Farnborough. Now this show is on for the 12th and the 13th as well, so if you make it for this weekend, as long as I get the edit out today, then you can come and see all these cars for yourself. But this is a really good opportunity to see loads of forthcoming new cars, technology, innovation in the EV segment. Now, you may have spotted behind me is one of the cars I really wanted to see here today. This is the Renault 5, so I'm going to get straight into having a quick look around this before it gets really busy, because I'm sure this is going to be one of the most popular ones here today. But there's also the new Polestars, there's also Dacia Spring, and loads of other cool cars out there that we're going to go and have a quick run around each one in this video. So I wonder why they decided to do this. So straight into this Renault 5, look at it, it's absolutely gorgeous. I really do want to get one of these when it comes out. I was around when the Renault 5 was about, yes, I'm old enough for that. So this is due to really be released on the roads Q1, maybe Q2 of 2025. The order books will be opening soon, and they are hoping this is going to be available from under £25,000. This one on display here looks a bit of a sporty version, so it could well be more, and comes with up to a 52 kilowatt hour battery, I think it is. I'll correct myself if I'm wrong. But this is just full of lovely little gorgeous retro design details. So again, we've got to try and keep each car fairly short review, but let's give you a quick tour around this. Look at the nice little light details, little French flag in there. This animates nicely when it gets unlocked. It's an absolutely gorgeous looking car. I really like it. These wheels look good. A little 5 in there as well. It's got that nice little balance between retro and modernism. So we've got a UK Union Jack on the roof of this, so they're trying to appeal to the English as well as having it being a French brand. The design of the lights at the back, now it's actually a 5-door car, it's just locked as I close the door, but there's actually doors at the back here. Come and have a look at the rear of it, these light details here. I'll see if I can get it unlocked actually, because it's got like a nice light animation that came on. Right, we've got it unlocked for you. So here, look at this number 5 lights up in there. These lights look pretty cool as well, but look at the inside of this car. This is full of some lovely touches. Now, you can option a baguette holder for this car, just like you could with the original one, apparently. So, I think it's going to be down here somewhere, a baguette holder. Now, it's obviously quite a compact car, but it just feels like these materials are all really nice. It's got a nice sort of material there, nice stitching in the dashboard here, Renault 5's lit up there. This is going to be a cool little thing. I'm looking forward to having a drive of this as I get a good driving position. Yep. Looks like it's sort of a bit like Porsche in a drive here on the steering wheel, but it's just full of lovely little design touches. And look, drive selectors here, kind of sticks up at the top there, clearing with a little Renault badge, but it's got a real nice quality feel about it. Everything has just got nice little materials, nice little sort of bits of thought about it. You can tell some time and effort has been put into this. The seats feel really good. So I'm very much looking forward to this car when this comes out. This is one of my favourites, so let's have a quick look in the back. Can I fit behind me? I was sitting quite comfortably in the front there. It's a little bit slim, but I mean, you don't expect too much from a Renault 5. And what does it leave for boot space? So this is going to be like the fastest review yet, but this is one of the cars I was really excited to see. Not a bad size there. So I think it has up to 52 kilowatt hour battery. What would you expect for real world range out of that? Well, to be honest, you're probably going to get about 170, 180 miles. But for a bit of fun like this, it's going to be absolutely amazing. Looking forward to this. But before we leave the Renault stand, there are a pretty good little lineup now of Renault cars. They've been working quite nicely in the background, developing the whole product range. So this is the Macan E-Tech, 100% electric. But then over here, we've now got the Scenic. So this is Scenic E-Tech, all electric. Quite nice little, again, design touches at the background. I quite like their kind of design language at the moment, Renault. I think they've come on a bit like Polestar and Volvo have really starting to look good cars as well. We will come on to new Polestars that are outside, but let's have a very quick look inside this. There's lots to see here, so we have to rattle around this as quick as possible. So again, in here, like everything feels quite nice and premium, a good mixture of materials, and you know, the steering wheel feels really good and nice materials. They're all working really hard on getting a premium feel. So this is really impressive. This is nice, really nice. Yeah, lovely. It's actually really nice inside there. So, popular family car. How do I open the door? Hang on. It's always like this. I've broken away from the press pack so I can see these cars where they're not too busy. Where's the unlock button? There it is. There we go. Pop out handles. And so, Renault Scenic, known for space. Yeah, loads of room. I think with the seat down, it limits the foot space a bit, but again, it just feels lovely in here. Some lovely materials. This feels really premium. Renault doing well. What about the boot space? Yeah, big boot. Great family car. Really good thing, that. And the same here with the Macan. Similar interior. Really nice. Right, let's see what else is here. We've got to keep this speed up. We've got to see as much as we can. And of course, what happens with these events is they get really busy. Crowds flock around it. So we spend the time before it opens at 10 a.m. rushing around. That gives me 40 minutes. Let's go. The Volvo stand, they've got the EX30 here, which is a lovely little piece of design. Did a review video on that, and I really like that car. But here comes the big boy. This is the EX90. Not much information on this yet that I can gather right now. Will it be available next year? Quite possibly. This is apparently mostly a model car. This is not a real working car, but we can start getting an idea of the sheer size and scale of it. So I'm 6 foot tall. It's a big car. There is, again, as you expect, some lovely premium materials. Have a look at the inside here. We can't go inside it, unfortunately, but that's looking rather nice. Again, Volvo design language is really good. Look at the quality of that little thing on the dashboard there. Is that a speaker or something? That looks nice, doesn't it? I like little touches like that, and the modern Volvos are full of nice little touches. We've got the frameless wing mirrors around here. It's going to come with 7 seats. In fact, you can just about see the 7 seats in there, but we can't see. Can you get the camera through there? Will it show it? You probably can't see much. So the back, it all looks like a bit of a pumped up version of the EX30, which is no bad thing. I can see it looks like a big glass roof on this one as well. Very smart, very nice. Big car. Now this is a car I'm really looking forward to. I'd love to get my hands on one of these. It's, as you may have seen from other videos that have come out or will come out, I do rather like a large practical car. So this is going to be on my radar for sure. Let's come around. We've got head-up display, and you can see all the LiDAR systems and such like up there. And let's see if I can get this camera through here. Now, we can't unlock this. Hang on. You've got the headphones on there, right? All right, there's the detail. You can see in the back here, glass roof. And if I squeeze as far back as I can, there's 7 seats. But that looks rather nice. So, Volvo EX90, looking forward to seeing more of this one. Now we've got the Kia EV9 here. Coming out shortly after this video will be a practicality challenge that I filmed, how many boxes I can get in the back of a Kia EV9 compared to other large SUVs, electric and non-electric. We should have the refreshed version of the EV6 here. They've done a few tweaks to this. So you've got new headlights at the front. Slightly sharpened up, new design there. What do you think of that? Good, right, we're going to keep this pace going. Let's rattle on. Oh, there's another Renault 5 over here in green. So, yellow one over there, green one here. What do we think of this one? If you were choosing a new Renault 5, which colour would you pick? If I buy one, which colour should I get? Please say in the comments below. I will read them. I nearly bought one of these cars last week. BMW i5 M60. Not new, I saw one with a couple of thousand miles on. Well, I've never seen one up close and certainly never driven one, so I missed out on it in the end. But the i5 here, rather smart looking car. I'm a bit, BMW design language, I'm still a little uncomfortable with it, but this is the M60, it is an impressive thing. It would be lovely to drive, of course. So I'm sure one of them will come our way soon, no doubt about it. Right, the new MG, there's a couple of these kicking around here, and actually this weekend is the first weekend the MG Cyberster is going to be available for test drives. So if you do see this video and get down to Farnborough this weekend, you may well be able to bag yourself a test drive in the new Cyberster. Again, I've seen this before at the fully charged, everything electric show in London, and in fact this is a test drive car. And it's an impressive looking thing. It's quite big, don't underestimate the size of this. It's quite a large car. It is rather pretty, and they're now shipping over, now available for test drives, so you can get behind the wheel of one of them this weekend. Great.
Analyse it too deeply.
Yeah.
It is just really what it is.
Can this be supplied in production? That's great. My first ever car was a Series 2A Land Rover, and now we're seeing classic Land Rovers being converted to electric, and with TVs in the back. That's way better. I really like that. And I really like stuff like this. Oh my goodness, look at this. Absolutely gorgeous. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Now there's obviously a divided opinion on converting classic cars, but if it keeps them going, keeps them usable on a daily basis, then why not? It's good stuff. I like it. Now this looks like a very low Tesla Model 3. We're seeing more and more Tesla Model 3s with modifications coming through now, but this is fairly heavily modified. It says on air, so I'm guessing air suspension, drop down, carbon bonnet. Again, plenty of customizable options for Tesla Model 3s now. I think we've even got a couple in our showroom at the moment with upgraded suspension, upgraded brakes, some really good stuff available. We've got electric classic cars over here. Moggy will be there somewhere. Now, we saw this car before, everything electric London. Here's the latest version of Moggy's Beetle. Hill climb attack, 1,000 horsepower, 1,000 kilograms in weight, under 2 seconds. Look at that. Very good. I can't see Moggy around yet, but okay. Oh, look at this. This is the Alpine version of the Renault 5. You probably can't say the two words at the same time. So, a Dacia Spring, the cheapest electric car. God, it's small, isn't it? Yes, it's tiny. Feels like you can pick it up. Right, is it open? Can we get a look at it? No, it's not open. A bit of ground. This is like a sort of Fiat Panda. A bit of ground clearance. So they trying to sell this, I think, sort of £15,000, am I right? It's something like that, trying to get it really cheap anywhere in the UK. And then we've got a lot of spiced up version of Renault 5 here, the Alpine. Look at this. Oh, this or the Renault 5, I don't know, this is lovely. The satin paint always looks good, but I don't know, a bit of a nightmare to own. You can't polish or scratch, it's difficult to paint. But it does look lovely, doesn't it? Absolutely gorgeous. So you've got a different front end here with these lights in it. I don't know, this is a bag of cool. I like this. Got vented brake disc, like, yeah, a bit beefed up. Cool, I'd quite like to know a bit more about this. There's not much information here. I'll see if I can get some more information, but the Alpine version of Renault 5. Ooh, lovely. Okay, we're here on the EZoo stand, and here is the new Porsche Macan. Thanks for bringing this along, guys. Thank you ever so much. We're allowed to have a little look around this. Again, first time I've seen this up in person. We've got this newer sort of smooth lights at the front. Again, really looking forward to this car coming out and trying it a little bit more. I'm allowed to sit inside it. Now, as someone who spent quite a few miles behind the wheel of a Porsche Taycan, this bit's actually quite familiar. This is all very Porsche Taycan-y, different centre console. Oh, it's rather nice, isn't it? It's quite compact, you know, I can reach that door there. It doesn't feel that big. I can see the bonnet line so you can position it, but I mean, like the current Macan, it's actually not that big a car. But this is rather nice, and if you live somewhere a little bit rural, the extra little bit of clearance and practicality is good. Now, that driven position was great for me. What's the space like in the back? I'm always thinking practically, aren't I? Loads of room in the back of this, and great as a passenger car. Certainly for 4, maybe a bit of a squeeze for 5, but yeah, it's nice. It's very Porsche, feels very premium. And it can fit this many bags inside it. Pretty practical load space. A couple of buttons here so you can lower and raise the suspension at the back. So here we are. Rather nice. It's going to be great to drive, isn't it? I would like a bit of a go in one of these. Suit me quite nicely for my commute across the New Forest. Very good. Right, keep it going. So this is the Lunaz all-electric Bentley Continental. What a beautiful car. Look at this. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. Getting more and more into classic cars as I get older, I think. You appreciate this one though. This is fantastic, isn't it? And there's a CCS charge port. Wow. Again, very interesting to see this kind of stuff. That's very pretty. But again, over here, we've got the Ford F-150 Lightning, not a car we can buy in this country, of course. You can see just how bloody big it is. But well done for eVision bringing the car along again. This was here last year, I think. And it is just massive, isn't it? We forget in the UK the scale of pickup trucks. The F-150 is not particularly bigger in the US, but over here it's just a completely different scale, way bigger than a Ford Ranger that we're more familiar with. It is huge. I'd love to have a go in that. I really would love to have a go in that. Well, I mean, the thing is, with eVision, you can hire it, so why don't I just rent it one day? If you want to see me get this car, drive it around for a couple of days and make a video about it, then I will do. I guess there's just lots of reviews about them in the US, so it seems a bit pointless, but I guess it'd be quite funny trying to take that around a UK multi-storey car park, wouldn't it? So Rivian, eVision have also got Rivian here. Well done to them for bringing this over. Now, if you've not seen it before, I did go to drive a Rivian when I was in California a couple of years ago, and actually driven it off-road as well as launched it down the runway. But that was the pickup. They've got some lovely design touches about them as well, the Rivians. Lovely interiors. And then this is a pretty big size car, obviously 7 seats on this. Well, will we ever see the R1S actually supplied over here? There was lots of talk about Rivian actually coming to the UK fully. I know they've got some UK employees, but I've not heard any more recently. So if you know any more about Rivian officially selling cars in the UK, let me know. I mean, to be honest, this R1S isn't really dissimilar size to the Kia EV9 or Land Rover Discovery, maybe a bit longer. I mean, it's like kind of a little bit puffed up again, a little bit bigger again, but I don't think this would be unreasonable on a UK road. So it would be good to see the Rivians available in the UK. So everyone seems to be a bit obsessed with SUVs, but actually the electric estate car is a great thing. I love estate cars or Tourings, and we're starting to see a few more now. There's really not been much available, the MG5 perhaps, but in terms of electric estate cars, here we are with a BMW i5 Touring. That again looks very premium inside. I think the i5 Touring isn't offensive to the eye like some people would find some modern BMWs, and this is the boot space. That looks pretty decent. So this looks very similar to, say, a BMW X5, but with just a bit less height to it, but a nice big wide boot space here. This is lovely. Good. We don't need to have these big SUVs all the time if you just need a bit of practicality. And it looks like the i5 Touring here would be a lovely car to drive, very premium. Be good to get our hands on one of these as well. There's loads of cars here I'd really like to drive, see more of, own for a bit. So we'll see what comes our way. Nice little design touch in the steering wheel here. I like that. It's quite cool, isn't it? Very good. Not cheap. How much is one of these? Let's see. Oh yeah, £85,000. Yeah. It's a lovely thing, but £85,000 is what an i5 eDrive 40 now costs. It's a lot of money, isn't it? Wow. No wonder it's nice. What else we got here? iX2, iX, quite familiar with them. What's going on with the new Mini, by the way? I mean, Mini Electric's a great little thing, nice little package, but I just don't get this new design they've done on here. Still, nice touches on the Mini, apart from those front headlights now. I don't know what they've done with that. Okay, there's going to be some stage talks over here in a bit. There's a couple of Teslas kicking around here. Electrified bicycles. Oh, these are wicked, aren't they? Look at this. I reckon Joe, in our office, Joe, he would look great on one of these, wouldn't he? With his retro beards flapping away in the wind. Yeah, Joe would love this. That's cool as well, I like this, that's nice. Cool, well, shout out to Cooler King for having the coolest bikes here, that's wicked. These are pretty smart scooters, aren't they? I'll just record a little bit. That's the coolest looking scooter I've ever seen. Look at that. Cyber scooter. FK Traffic Ride Bow. Absolutely. These are cool. I like them. So you see more and more cars that are electric with the police force now. So this doesn't look like a police car, but it is. How does the brake reaction test? Shall I set a benchmark?
Do you want to have a go?
Yeah, set the benchmark. Let's see if anyone can beat it all day long. On the ball there.
Yeah, quicker.
Yeah, improving. One more. Best of three. Best of three. This one's going to be a 0.1. You watch this.
Fine. What are you interested in here today?
We film for our YouTube channel.
Okay.
They're putting a distraction on me there. That's what was going on. Could I? Yeah, and there you go.
And that's exactly, so that's...
I should have ignored you. Yeah, exactly.
You
that.
ignore me or you ignore this.
Oh, I'll do it whilst texting.
We do not promote this.
No, this is going to prove a point, isn't it? So I'm going to be texting a message.
Right, ready?
Yeah. I was genuinely writing messages there.
Which would probably be.
0.59.
Yeah.
There you go. Prove the
That's
point.
brilliant.
So don't text and drive. This is a cool ID.Buzz conversion. I like this a lot. Very well done. Oh yeah, I like that. I like this. This is really good, isn't it? I have to walk away from stuff like this. I will take their card though. Hey, check this out. Free cap from our friends at Hankook. So we did a video of Hankook tyres on the Model 3 and we found them to be really good. We're not sort of sponsored by them or anything by that, by the way. We don't get paid by them. But we did a test with the Hankook tyres on the Model 3 and we really like them. They've now also got a GT version coming out. And I had a customer say to me the other day that these Flex Climate tyres, these Cross Climate tyres are really good. I haven't tried these myself yet. If you have, let me know in the comments below what you think. But we'll try and do a test of these on the channel soon. So we'll try and get some from Hankook. So now in the outside section, there's a few cars out here, plus they're allowing test drives on a number of cars as well. But what's caught my eye straight away is the Polestar stand. So I've got Polestar 4 and Polestar 3 here. So have a look at these. So Polestar 4, I'll come onto the back in a minute because there's no rear window, but that's a rather pretty little thing, isn't it? Almost got a bit of Lotus Electra going on here. Big dash screen. Again, just nice design touches. They've just got real nice design feel about them. Very pretty. Lovely materials by the look of it as well. Just that nice design feel, even though the quality is matte in here. I like that. I like that. Right, I'm going to go on the other side and get the seat in my position. But before we do, that's a pretty big boot space, isn't it? Quite a lot of storage underneath as well. Deep pocket. And then the talking point is, there's no back window. So what do you think about that? Well, let's see how this fits inside though. It's got a very good rear camera. Now what you always find with cameras instead of mirrors is that it's quite hard to get a kind of perspective of distance. So it will be interesting to see this driving how that works. I had like the Audi e-tron with the digital wing mirrors and you kind of get used to them, but gauging a distance, because it's not 3Ds, it's just slightly different. Now I'm interested to see here on this car, it's quite a large car, what the profile position's like for me. Lovely interior by the way, it's just kind of minimal but lovely quality materials. I mean everyone's just really stepping up their game now with interior design, it's lovely. Right, let's try the back seat, even like little bits like that look nice. Well, there we go. Plenty of legroom in the back of a Polestar 4. 100% traced leather, animal welfare secured. So it is leather, but traced, if that helps. So we've got some adjustable backrest here. So I'm going to recline a little bit there. That's not bad. I mean, I think with that seat there, I can't get my feet sort of properly underneath it, but I mean, there is tons of legroom in the back of this. And then it's strange not having glass behind you. So have a look at this. Look, it's a lovely kind of soft plush material here, but then it just finishes and you just got this blank bit. So it doesn't matter for me if I'm sitting here driving forwards. Yeah, in fact, I can actually see at the back because I can see the rearview mirror there. One interesting piece of design, some separate climate controls, a couple of USB ports. There is a seat in the middle. That is a usable seat in the middle. That does have a seat belt slot for it, but I can't work out how to get the armrest down there. What have I done? What have I done? Just pull that. Doesn't want to go. Oh, just that bit. I didn't want to release it before, I thought. So now we've got the Polestar 3. Now the first thing about this is I think this is quite a good looking car. It does remind me again of Lotus Electra. There's actually a bonnet scoop along here which goes through there, so that helps with airflow and aerodynamics, I assume. Because it's quite a square fronted thing, but if you can keep the airflow going through, it should be fairly aerodynamic. Again, some nice design touches in it. I like the little sort of light up Polestar bit. It definitely reminds me of Lotus Electra. But look at this, 111 kilowatt hours of battery. Let's jump inside, and again, it feels all very nice and premium. Good materials, head-up display. I love this little detail in here, this sort of Bowers & Wilkins speaker. Look at that, that's rather smart. So, wireless phone charger, big screen. It looks like it sort of swivels like the old Fisker there, but I don't think it does. All nice premium materials. This one feels, yeah, if you're used to a Polestar, it will feel familiar to you. But let's get this seat in my position. something like that, I would say, I would drive in. What does that leave behind me for what is really a fairly sizable car? And I'm left with this. Room under the seat, loads of knee room, plenty of headroom. Nice materials again. They're just designing bits with nice materials and nice details. Look at even this little door insert here with the Bowers and Wilkins here. Very nice indeed. And the boot space on the 3, let's have a look. Well, that's quite reasonable, isn't it? Big boot space, some buttons there to sort of raise and lower the rear suspension, 12-volt outlet. Even this sort of strap there feels premium. So again, they're working really hard to have a really premium feel about it. And you can do that, look, and then you've got a thing there you can hook your bags on as well. Your shopping bags, so they don't swing around or slide around the boot floor. It's those kind of nice little design touches that I think are lovely. So like in the Polestar standard lot, but now we come over to the Ford stand here. So we've got the new Ford Explorer. Seen a little bit of that before, but round here is the Capri. Let's have a closer look.
What we're doing is
So, the Ford Capri. Personally, I don't get particularly excited by it, but that's another car on the market. It's another option. It's a nice colour, but I'm not especially mad about it, if I'm honest. But let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's give it a chance. Now, sort of outside, and if I'm honest, inside is quite Polestar with a bit of Macan going on here. Reasonable materials. I mean, it's going to be okay. It's going to be a reasonable car. I'm just not comfortable with the looks yet. And this bit is just too Polestar. Let's try the back for space. 4 seats really. You can get somebody in the middle here, but that's a bit limited. Again, even this roof lining is all a bit Polestar style for me. But yeah, look, that's the new Ford Capri. There we go. Let's leave it at that. What's this one here? This is a bit more interesting. A Mark E Rally. So what's this about? Extended range SUV all-wheel drive. This price 75,000. That doesn't come in cheap, does it? Is this a production vehicle that is being sold to customers?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't
With these wheels? That's all right.
Yeah, with those wheels. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it off-road capable or just a styling thing?
It's rally capable.
Has it got some
So it's got some
shieldings underneath?
Exactly, but
Yeah.
I don't want to say off-roading because that's a different thing.
Yeah, but I could drive just really quickly across the field. Yeah.
Oh, across
Or
the field easily, yeah.
or gravel car park or something like that.
Absolutely.
Oh, interesting version. Let's have a look at the back of it then, shall we? You want to see a big spoiler hanging off the tailgate here. Oh, interesting. I wonder why they decided to do this. Well, that's a bit something different in the market, isn't it? There we go. The Mustang Rally. Never knew it. Who would have known it? Who would have known it? There we go. So we've seen over here, we've got the Hyundai stand, Ioniq 5, Ioniq 5N. Lovely. I would quite like to get one of those, of course. But there is a new Hyundai on the block. Here it is. So this is the Inster, once we can part the crowds here. Oh, look at that, that worked. The Hyundai Inster, a small little compact new electric car coming on the market. Rather funky looking thing. Let me know in the comments what you think. I'm not so keen, especially when it's like a city car, especially, is to have like headlights in the bumper. That's the most vulnerable part of this car in a car park. That's going to get broken. But look, it's quite a funky little thing, isn't it? Now this is interesting. Look, before I get in there, you see the seat goes into like a centre console. That's quite a good little bit of design, isn't it? Now Jack reckons he can get himself behind himself. Look at a little pouch in the door. Again, nice little design touches. I'm liking some of the design that's coming through on some of these cars that are here today. Wow, I feel, that's weird. I feel like I'm literally on this B-pillar here, so I feel like I'd have to lean into the middle and then I'm not in front of the steering wheel, so that's a bit weird. I know it's a small compact car, but I'm literally up against this. I know this is a slightly puffy coat, but that's a bit strange. And I don't really like this colour, I'll admit that. It won't be too offensive on the Hyundai stand. I'm looking at the Ioniq 5N more constantly because that's the one I want to get. Well, indeed, there's loads of room in the back of this little thing. Well, again, it feels it's very narrow is the feeling, but in terms of the space here, that is quite impressive. And again, it's just got some interesting stuff about it. This has got those pockets, a little clear, transparent section there. Okay, Ioniq 5N, Ioniq 5N, Ioniq 5N. Ioniq 5N. And yeah, I'm going to walk away from the Ioniq 5N. Now, I could have chosen between the 5N and the Tesla Model 3 Performance. I went sensible and went Tesla Model 3 Performance, but in reality, I should have got the Ioniq 5N. We go past an Aura stand. And then we've got our friends at the Tesla Owners Group UK. Well done for them for being on the stand again. I'll come and say hello in a bit. Tesla Model S here is now over 10 years old. It's really cool to see it. It's often at these events because, well, we sold it to the last owner who's kindly working on the Tesla Owners UK stand there. But I originally got this years ago from the chap who had it from brand new, and it was one of those ones where they did an event in London. It's one of the very first cars in the country, and Tesla had an event, and Elon handed the keys over to the original buyers. And this is one of those cars. And I think it's the second owner. He's had it for years, bought it from us years ago now. Still loves it. Look, he's still got our number plate on the bottom of it. There we go. It still goes to the Alps twice a year, and 120-something thousand miles, and he still absolutely loves it. Really looks after it. It's in great condition, so it's good to see it here again. Right, over here we've got a couple of interesting bits. So, an electric garbage truck, and we've seen this before, the Volta truck. I think these are just really cool bit of design. I think they look fantastic. But we have seen a bit of that before. But a big old heavy rubbish lorry, you know, where you hear them clattering around on the engine running outside your house at 5, 6 in the morning. So a nice silent one would be great, to be fair. Very good test vehicle. Well, I hope the tests are going well, because a silent rubbish collection would be just lovely in the mornings. What we've got here as well is the Modas. I don't know, it's another Chinese brand over here, good value, I guess. They're okay, I just find it hard to get sort of excited by, to be honest, but we've seen a little bit of one of them before. And we've got Maxus with, I love this car by the way, do you remember this before, the MIFA 9? It's got like the most luxurious rear seats. It's comfy in the back there, isn't it? Yeah. I remember these are lovely seats, and they slide in and recline right out. It's not going to be chauffeured around. I think it might be in a MIFA. We saw that at the previous show when it was here. So a quick hello to our friends, Matt Cleveley at Clevey and co. Of course, if you ever need any mechanical repairs or work done, they are the go-to place. Their MG5 there has now got 140-something thousand miles on it, and it's never gone wrong. Very good. Right, now this Tesla Cybertruck's proving elusive. Now, this is a much smaller snow this year, so we've kind of done most of it now. We're going to go inside to see what else is in there. There's some good stuff here, it's worth coming down, but yeah, you'll see the scale of it's reduced. Let's go and track down a Cybertruck, Sergey. There's got to be one. If it doesn't turn up, that will be disappointing. That's cool. I like that. I don't ride motorbikes, but I like that.
Do you know what? I think that's probably it. But what I would say is that I find it really interesting how a lot of these car companies are trying to inject nostalgia into their new brands. And I find that quite curious. I mean,
You not recorded that off the board then?
Okay, so we're going to be calling it a day there for everything electric. I get that right way around. I always want to say electric everything, but it's everything electric, and it's not fully charged anymore. A smaller scale show this year, but they do divide it between different locations. There's not as much to see, but there is a lot of interesting stuff to see. I particularly like seeing the Renault 5 for the first time. What a great little thing. And Renault themselves actually, not particularly a massive fan of Renault, but they've got some fantastic, nice quality interiors with some nice design touches, similar to what we've seen with the Polestars there, but the Polestars are a lot more expensive. The biggest disappointment today, though, is, well, there's no Tesla Cybertruck like was promised. It hasn't turned up. There's a problem. I don't know. I just asked one of the representatives on the Tesla stand. They didn't even know anything about it. So we were promised a Cybertruck here. It's not here. I'm disappointed not to have seen it. We'll have to catch that another day. So that's it from me for now. I hope you enjoyed this little run through of the show. Let me know if you've been to the show and what you thought of it, and anything in particular that you like that you've seen here today. So that's it from me for now. Hopefully stay subscribed and see you on another video very soon.